joining me for another haul video. This is one of those videos that starts without an end because I just have what I picked up at one thrift store so far, but wanted to get it on recorded so I can get it listed and put away. This thrift store I've mentioned before. I have stopped there a few times on my way to work because they have one day a week where it's 50% off for a senior's discount. Not the whole store, not the pink tags. So the pink tags are the ones that they charge more for, and they don't ever get discounted. And they even have a sort of boutique section, and the prices in there, I've only looked at the prices once, and they make Goodwill look cheap. So I did ask at one point, what do you do with these pink tags if they don't sell? And they said they replace them with non-pink tags. I don't know if they lower the price or raise the, well, probably not, but at least then they go on sale. They also have on Mondays one color of the week that's 99 cents, but I cannot source on Mondays. That's my long work day. Anyway, I don't get to stay there long because I'm supposed to be on my way to work, and I wanted to look at shoes. They always have a lot of shoes. They don't always have a lot of good shoes, but you know my shoe problem. So I went in and I actually ended up with a few pairs. So let's see what I got. First, I got a pair of slippers, which I am not going to be selling. They are NHL Montreal Canadiens. In case you don't know, that's where I'm from. I'm probably going to hang on to these, and then the next time I see my nephew, I'm going to see if he wants them. They're a large, extra large, so I don't know if they would fit. I have no idea what his size is, but he's a huge fan, so I can't imagine if they fit him that he would not want them. So you just never know what you're going to find. Next, these are Keen Voyageur hiking shoes, women's. I think the color's interesting. Normally I would say they're blue-green, but these are more green-blue. And they are the low profile. They're in good condition. The tread is good. These are particularly good for people with slightly wider feet because they have the wide toe box. I have another pair that were actually in my personal closet. I don't remember why they were in there, if I decided that they were just not in great condition and I needed new hiking shoes, but I kind of stopped hiking because my hiking buddy moved away. And I put them on to wear the other day, and the right one like hurt my toe, I don't know. It just didn't work for me. So I'm listing them. They are the same style as these, but these are in better condition. So I will charge more for these up front. We'll see what happens. Then I thought these were interesting. They are a men's cowboy boot. The brand is Rodeo Rider, that I've never heard of, but look at that. I thought that's so cool. And this is caiman, which I think is some sort of alligator or crocodile. C-A-I-M-A-N. Initially, like, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, these are made in Mexico. Because anytime I see something like this, they're made in Mexico. And apparently that's, they're known for making really good quality caiman and, exotic boots. And then it has this, really cool embroidery, leather. They are a size 8.5. I tried them on. They are men's. I can't find anything on this brand. I think I found 2 things that were listed as Rodeo Rider, but it's like, those are 2 words that you might find in a listing without it actually being the Rodeo Rider brand. Style's going to sell this. Absolutely. I'm going to list them kind of high just because I think they're so unique. And I think it'll take a while to find that person. But when the person sees it, they're going to want it, and they're not going to find another pair because I couldn't find another pair. I did, of course, do an image search. And lastly, I did pay up for these. These are Doc Martens, and I don't do that well with Doc Martens, so I wouldn't normally pay up for them, but at half price, it wasn't astronomical. And look how clean they are. They don't look like they've been worn much at all. This is fake fur, faux fur. faux Sherpa, not faux Sherpa, Sherpa is faux. Sherpa, I don't know what. They are a women's size 10. I like these. It's good they're not my size, so I'm not tempted by them. And I think the comps, it's called the Elahnah. The comps looked pretty decent. And as I have mentioned in my last video, I'm willing to take a smaller margin to be able to get some footwear because I'm really struggling for that. And it's, you know, a good category for me. So anyway, is that, oh no, I got one more item. Ha, forgot about these. These were a shot in the dark. Don't know the brand, really couldn't find much. Men's shoes. They looked really well made. I thought the style was interesting. The leather feels great. The bottoms look expensive. And they are Star Artioli, handmade in Italy. Now, made in Italy is not a guarantee of quality, but it's a good sign. And the fact that handmade in Italy, I think that helps. I was able to find some Artioli stuff, which I don't know if it's the same as these. It's weird because it says Star on top in the same writing as handmade in Italy. And then Artioli is different. So I'm not sure. Maybe Artioli is the brand and this style is Star. I found one pair that said Star Artioli, and they were not sold. They were listed at $165. They're a 7.5D, which is kind of small. I know to avoid women's small shoes. I'm not sure on men's. I haven't had as much experience with smaller sizes. I'm going to assume that it's slower than, well, obviously it would be slower than an average size, just like the really big ones will be slower because there's so many more people that are in the average middle range of sizes. So your buyer pool is bigger. Anyway, I think they're really nice. I kind of want to try them on. Like, I feel like I would wear these. They also have just a hint of bowling shoe to me, which I think is part of why I like them. Because I think bowling shoes I love bowling shoes. I love the look of bowling shoes. Anyway, that's all I got on this stop. I don't know what's up next for me, but hopefully I'll have some stuff to add to this very shortly. Chapter 2. It is Friday, and I had gotten another 50% off coupon from Savers. It's 50% off up to $50 savings, so $100 full price. And I got to get off at noon on Friday, so I ran over there, and I got some stuff. In fact, I used up almost all. I think I saved $48.75, so I was pretty close. Let's see. I did get some stuff. This is a pair of overalls. They're distressed, but just lightly distressed. I know like trashed is not really a thing right now, which is fine with me because I don't care for that. They are interesting. Wide leg flare. The brand is, let's see, I've never sold this brand. Universal Standard, size small, but Universal Standard is a plus size. So I'm not sure what size small is, but I can tell it's not small. And I was on the fence because it's Savers. Their prices are high. And so even at 50%, I feel like I'm paying up for everything. But these are new with tag. And I believe these are still available on the website in limited sizing. They're on sale, of course, but that's what happens when they're down to just a few sizes. So I thought this would be worth trying. Let me know what you think. Flared. I have no experience with this, and I honestly don't have a lot of luck with plus sizes, but I do like to keep a range of sizes and try some brands I've never sold before. I know it's been around for a long time. It's probably one of those brands that used to be, ooh, look, Universal Standard, that's great. And now it's Universal Standard. It doesn't do as well as it used to because, as I've mentioned, that's about the time I start finding things. This next item, I don't know. It just kind of spoke to me. It is a vintage. The tag is, there's nothing there, and there's no other tag. But it is a vintage poncho, only it's a zip-up poncho, which is really, I think, unusual. I I did a Google image search. Oh, and it has a collar. I did a Google image search and I found the exact one on Etsy, and it had been listed at $125 and it was sold. But I don't believe on Etsy that they tell you what it's sold for. So just because they were asking $125 doesn't mean it's sold. But still, I don't know what I'm going. It's in perfect condition. I feel like I can price it on the high side and be patient and see what happens. Does it get any interest? You know, it definitely needs the right buyer. Not everybody is going to be wearing a purple fringed vintage zip up poncho, are they? No, I think not. Okay. This is in no particular order. I'm just taking it out of my IKEA bag. This. I looked at it and I'm like, I don't really know that brand. And I kept going. And then I'm like, I need to go back and look at that. And I feel like I have researched this brand before. It is called Orale. Now I looked up what they were asking for Orale. It's a, guess I should show it to you. It's like it's a ski or snowboarding jacket. The listing prices were very promising, like, oh, that must be a good brand. And then the sold prices were not as impressive. But I couldn't find anything as nice as this. They were all just kind of bleh. What's amazing is a snowboard jacket that's been used will usually, you know, there'll be dirt here, definite, you know, stains and everything. This looks barely worn. I know it was worn at least once, and maybe only once, because there's still a lift ticket in it. It's from February 2024, Brian's head. So she wore it once, but I don't know that she wore it ever again. It's a medium, little big on me, but I figure if it doesn't sell, someday I'm hoping to live in a place that gets some sort of winter. And, well, we kind of do here, but, you know, like with some snow, and it could always just stay with me. All right. What's next? Oh, a pair of shoes. So I've never sold this brand. These are in great condition. They are Twisted X. Now, I'm not really familiar with Twisted X. I mean, I've heard of them. And I think they are known for like cowboy boots. So I wish they were cowboy boots, but they're a nice pair of shoes, almost like a moccasin style when they have that there. And these also, I think, were still on the website on sale. They're a size 7, which I wish they were a little bit bigger. But introduces a new brand to my closet. Pair of shoes, which is something I really wanted. There was a pair of Timberland boots that I was carrying around with me for a while, but I know that I should not be buying Timberland. It doesn't sell. They were great boots though, and if they had been a half size bigger, I would have bought them, listed them, and then just figured I'll end up keeping them if they don't sell by next year, because I loved them. They were like a hiking boot, but they went all the way up to here with the laces. They were that nice tan. Oh, they were great, but they're half size too small. And there's a pair on Poshmark that's $150, and she says price is firm, but there was also a pair on eBay or something that sold for like $38. So considering the price that Savers was asking, even at a half price, it wasn't worth it unless it was my size. Okay. There was like a really bad comp for this dress, and then there were some good comps, and I thought it was so cute that I decided to buy it anyway. I don't know if it will fit me, but I have a thing in the spring, and I was thinking if this fits me, maybe I would wear this. It's ModCloth, which is not something I have done well with. Look how cute it is. It's got foxes all over it. Little foxes. It's chiffon, and the style of the dress is adorable as well. Look at that. Oh, I love this dress. I love this dress. So I had to get it. It's lined in perfect condition. It's got sort of a high waistline. If I find a modeled picture, I know there's stock photos. I saw them when I was looking it up. So maybe I'll post a small stock photo, you know, and it kind of gathers here. I love this dress. Love it. Okay, and the last item. So there's an area in the like back corner that's you can see in there and everything, but they've got like a metal bar and you're not allowed back there. And it's all racks and racks of clothes. So that's all the stuff that I guess is on deck. And they had a lot of them. And then there were 2 racks that were just on the outside that I guess maybe will be the next racks they bring out. Nobody's around. I assumed I could look at them. And at this point, I already was close to my limit because I didn't want to buy anything that I wasn't getting the discount. But this caught my eye. And in fact, I put something else back so I wouldn't go over, but it wasn't something for me. It was something practical for my mom, and she probably wouldn't want it anyway. Whatever. So look at this. I love this. It's a size medium. Is it? Yeah, roots. And I didn't look up comps. And a part of me hopes the comps aren't very good so I can keep it. If the comps are good, obviously I have to sell it. I don't need it. That's just a given. I don't need it, but I love it. I love roots. It feels so good. So I'm hoping it sells for like, you know, 20, 25, because at that point I'll keep it. I didn't try it on, but it's a medium, so it'll work even if it's a little bit loose. So that's it. The final chapter most likely will happen tomorrow because Goodwill's doing 50% off again. Thriftmas. They've been good to us as far as the sales this holiday season. So they did those 2 weeks and now another one. So I'm going to 2 Goodwills, neither of which I went to for the last 2 50% off ones. In fact, one of them I've never been to, but it's not that far from me. I didn't know it was there. Maybe it's new. And then once I do that one, I will most likely, I mean, the plan is go to this other one that I never really have a lot of luck there, but you never know. And they do their shoes differently. Like instead of having a shoe section, it's on top of all the clothing racks, which is annoying. But seriously, the shoes have always seemed really bad to me. But maybe I'll get lucky. And anyway, that's it. So I'll be right back. All right, last chapter of this haul video. As I mentioned, Goodwill was having 50% off today. I did go to 2 stores. Actually thought about going to more, but I just, you know, I still end up spending more at high-priced thrift stores than I like. So I thought I spent enough for this weekend. I'm hoping not to have to go back to the bins until after the holidays, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So the first store I went to is apparently the newest in this area. I thought the one I went to last week was newest, but this one is a little bit newer. It's smaller. I met somebody at the post office and she said she liked it because she felt they didn't price as high as the other stores. I did not see that. And then someone I met there that I was talking to, she said she likes it because normally they bring out a lot of new racks and she'll just stand at the back door and wait for the new racks to come out. I didn't see any new racks while I was there today either. So I don't feel at all confident with what I picked up at that first store. I think I've mentioned it before. I love picking up vintage, but I just don't think I know what the vintage people are looking for. So I've kind of cut back on it, and yet I have 3 vintage pieces here. I don't know. This first piece is big. It is the brand is Down, and it is a down-filled coat. Well, I mean, I guess that's not the brand. The tag just says made in Korea, down, except polyester in collar, front placket, and cuffs, which is bizarre to put on that. It does have an RN number, so I'll look it up. I didn't see anywhere else. Oh. Care instructions, but no brand. Here's the thing. It's a down puffer coat. which I like. I tried it on and it's very cute, but I would not wear it because I do not do these kind of sleeves. These kind of, I guess sleeves, puffy sleeves. I tried it on and looked really stupid in it. But anyway, it's really warm and nice with a front zipper closure. And I will try to get this listed quickly. And then the next item, okay, I put this in my cart, then I put it back, then I went back to my cart, then I went back. When I put it back, I had found a flaw, and then I ended up going back for it anyway. I mean, the brand is inconsequential. It's Specialty House of Creation, Clementon, New Jersey. Size large, dry clean only. It doesn't say where it was made. It is a satin jacket, red satin jacket. Here's the flaw. There's this piece that is supposed to be able to snap over here, and it's missing this. I don't know who would snap that anyway, and I would imagine it would be fairly inexpensive to fix this. You could probably do it yourself. Just buy the snaps, and then put the snap cover and just pound it with like a hammer. Anyway, the front says Live It Up. It's a red satin jacket, and the back, Union Plaza, Live It Up Card Room, Las Vegas, Nevada. So the casino is in downtown Las Vegas, and it's now called the Plaza, and has been called the Plaza since for a very long time. I never knew it as the Union Plaza, but I knew it was called that because some of the old guys would still call it the Union Plaza. I Googled it, and they became the Plaza in 1992. So this is at least 33 years old. And yet, other than that one flaw, it's in amazing condition. And I just couldn't resist it. I'm assuming card room is the poker room. Mostly they call them poker rooms now, but I feel like that's an older way of saying it, though there is still some outside of Las Vegas. There's some place called the something card room. But anyway, I'm assuming it was the poker room only, but maybe they had other card games there. Was this a mistake? Time will tell. I might as well do the third vintage piece. So I tried this one on, and the lady that I was talking to, who told me she likes that because of the new racks, she was like, oh, that fits you perfectly. Not that I bought it for myself. It's the Tannery Montgomery Ward, size 11-12, but it's a 2 or 4 really. But look at this. Look how cute that is. Sort of a thigh length suede coat, jacket at the back. I loved the style, and it was really cute on me. And yes, if I was forced to wear it, I would wear it. It has some darkening, as you would expect of this color, but it's not stained. I did not find any real stains, so it's perfect as it is. I don't think you can clean it, so, and other than that, I didn't see any issues with it. I am listing it, I'm not keeping it, but if it didn't sell, I would keep it. I'd even be tempted to wear it before I sell it, but I probably won't. Anyway, so those were the vintage pieces. I don't know. If you do vintage, what do you think? Yeah? No? We'll see. Okay, 2 more pieces. I really didn't do great today. This is a Brighton, which is not something I buy or anymore. I've had Brighton, but it's a very slow mover. But I thought this was adorable. It's like just a little tote bag. I think they make like more substantial pieces that are similar to this that can do well. I didn't really thoroughly research it because I think I paid $3 for this. And if I need to use it, I will, because it's so cute. It's a little cutesy for me and colorful. I don't really do like a lot of heart stuff, and you know, but I like it. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. And then finally, I got some boots. They tried to sell them for $40 and Indian clover and didn't have any luck. So then they just gave them away. These are Demonia. It's called Warlock, and it has the size it's a men's 8 and a women's 10, I think it says. They're in amazing condition. Zippers work. Let's see. Were they worn? I don't think so. I don't think they were ever worn. So, I still paid more than I wish I had paid for them. But I'll make some money on these, I hope, once they sell. And then I went to the other Goodwill. Now, I mentioned I didn't like this setup on this one because the shoes were all on top of the racks. Well, they've redone it, and the shoes were not. And I ran into the lady that I had talked to at the previous one. I knew she was going there because she said she was going there. We both said we're going there afterwards. And she said, yeah, they redid it not that long ago. It doesn't matter because the shoes were awful, 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 awful. I mean, I wasn't there when they were opened, but still, the shoes were awful. And I really did not find much there. So I had been looking there's a dressing room, and it's a room, and then the dressing rooms are in it, and there was a rack in there. So I had gone in there to look at, I like looking at throwbacks, couldn't find anything. And I was shopping around, and I just looked in that direction again, and someone had put something on the end of the rack. And I was like, oh, that might be good. And I ran over there and I bought it. I can't imagine I'm not going to make money on this. It's Carhartt, and it's heavy. Like if this had been at the bins, it would have been close to what I paid, maybe more. I don't even know how much this thing weighs, but it's an insulated boiler suit, jumpsuit, work suit. It's size 48 regular, new with tag. Where's the tag? Does it have a price on it? It's the quilt-lined duck coveralls. I probably should have looked up comps, but I didn't. Mid-weight quilt lining, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, there's some dirt on the, edges here, but it is new. So there's no real flaws. And hopefully I can make some decent money on these. Certainly not going to lose money. That I feel pretty confident about. And then, there was a leather coat. I really wanted to buy it, but it was $40, which means even at half price, it was $20. And I looked everywhere, inside every pocket, and I could not find a brand name. And I think it was new without tag because it still had the button bag attached to it. So I don't understand. I think it had YKK zippers, which is a sign of quality. The leather was buttery soft leather, but without even any tag or information on it, I couldn't bring myself to spend $20 on it. And it was a long black coat, but it's like those Dickie jackets where it looked like there was a red ski jacket underneath. And I found pictures of similar ones, but the ones that I found pictures of, the red went all the way down to the bottom. This, it only went like to a short jacket, and then the rest of the way there was none of that. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I don't know. Maybe I would have made okay money on it, but I just didn't. I think I made the right choice. This is my last piece. It is Lily Pulitzer. I can't remember. I saw the name of this dress. The Josie? I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure it out. It's got this like, is this soutache? Yeah, I'd say that's soutache. It's ribbons all swirled in gold, sort of Caesar's Palace. Like I could see this being the cocktail waitress's dress at Caesar's Palace. And it's like a waffled fabric shift dress, size 8. And shockingly, I could not find any spots on it. On a white dress. White. The Pantone color of the year. White. Or something like white. What do they call it? They have a different name for it. I should look it up, put it in there. But this is white. So that's it. That is everything I got. At least I have some things to list now. I don't know what's coming up next. But I will be back with more haul videos, and I appreciate that you watched to the end. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out if you haven't subscribed. Love to have you, and I'll see you. Bye.